Now, I must say, speaking of dance, you guys, Michael Jackson is my man. I
Yeah.
had the whole Billie Jean routine back in the day. The glove with the fake diamonds, the tight parachute pants, if you know what I mean. I had the whole deal.
I was wearing that stuff yesterday.
I love it. I love it.
Hey, we got a good show lined up for you today.
20 years into the internet for the auto industry.
To me, that's the biggest change of what's going on.
Ryan, I totally want to mess with you right now, and no, but I'm not going to, because you're the host and you're in charge. But no, it's a joy to be with you. I'm looking forward to furthering the conversation with you and Mike. I know we have a lot in common, a lot of passion, a lot of synergy. So get ready, everyone that's viewing and listening, for a pretty dynamic conversation for sure. So, yay.
Mike, I got to ask you this. Can you do your now infamous hello, everybody?
Oh, absolutely. That's how I start, like, literally every video. Hello, everyone. Hey, welcome to AutoConverse Live right now with Ryan Girardi and a couple other guys.
He's good, Ryan. He's good.
Hey, it's the AutoConverse Marathon. You guys are if you're just now joining us, we've got 23 hours left. So we appreciate you. Ryan is going to take a break for coffee, but I am kidding.
Can you imagine a world for a minute where we actually focus on the good in every situation? The good in every situation. And out of that place, we begin to solve problems. We begin to deal with the negativity. It's not the other way around. We find ourselves swimming in negativity only to try to keep our head above water to try to breathe, hoping to grab a hold of some hope. Let's swim in hope. Let's swim in inspiration. And out of that place, let's get practical. Let's start business meetings. Let's start family gatherings with a time of thanksgiving and gratitude. Even when your family or your business is swimming in a lot of problems and challenges, it's out of that place of gratitude and thankfulness that our perspective begins to shift and change. We begin to have a higher perspective, and that's the place where we begin to look at the challenges head on and begin to be of greater good.
I don't know how I follow that, Rob. Rob just dropped the mic, cut the show. That was it, man. The vision and purpose, like, that's it. Everybody is a leader. Moms and dads are leaders. The peer on the team, they're a leader. Why are they a leader? Because they're influencing at least one person in the right way. So there's so much opportunity there.
People are people, and I want to see them awaken to their greatness and fulfill their God-given destiny. Personal vision is anchored in personal purpose. You know, we can have all these plans about where we want to be in 5, 10, 15 years down the road, but if it's not anchored in purpose, it could come crumbling down. I mean, purpose is the backbone, the existence, the reason why we exist at the end of the day personally. And every person, think of it this way, out of 7.5 billion people on the planet, there's no person like you, no person like Mike or myself or any of the viewers or listeners. There's not one like anyone. So the more that we can tap into who we are and why we exist, now out of that place, we begin to dream. We begin to, and engage our senses in the dreaming process, and that's where real dynamic things begin to occur.
Rob, every time I talk to you, full of energy, full of hope, full of promise, full of strength, you got to have moments where you're struggling. You got to have moments maybe do you ever enter in a level of negativity, and how do you work through that? What's your protocol to work through that?
Yeah, listen, we're all human. We all have moments and times. People ask me this all the time, do you ever have a bad day? I get that more than anything, I'm like, well, how do you define a bad day? Because I've just learned the discipline of not letting a bad moment become a bad day. Because if we let a bad moment turn to a bad day and start to go down that road a little bit, all of a sudden we look back at our lives and said, our lives weren't so hot. I say this. The temptation's there for all of us to start the day by hopping on social media, by, returning the voice messages, hopping on to see who liked us, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I've made a decision, and my family has made a decision. We're going to wake up every day and we're going to give thanks. And out of that place, life happens, challenges come, curveballs come. But again, it's out of a different perspective now. We begin to engage that curveball, that challenge in the midst of our day. So we got to work out the gratitude muscle. And I personally believe it should start as soon as you wake up. There's alarming statistics out there of nearly 90% of workers are disengaged from their work That means a lack of meaningful purpose and passion in what they do day in and day out as a working professional. But what's even more alarming than that, which I'm blown away by this, guys, is nearly 80% are leaders. Our leaders are those that lead those worker bees and those team members are disengaged. So think about, people are just disengaged in the workplace. So for me, I want to see people take on personal leadership. It starts with you. It starts with me as a leader. And I think we made a strong argument. Every person is a leader.
Everyone.
If we want to be more vibrant in our profession, we've got to learn what it means to be more vibrant as a person and a human being.